Bonquem. So that was video of Chidinma Adeshina, Miss Universe Nigeria. This girl was in South Africa and she was being accused of identity fraud. Her mother was being accused of identity fraud. The story where I talk about this girl when she was in South Africa trying to contest for Miss South Africa, and South Africans came out in mass to refuse her from contesting as because she doesn't represent a true South African. For that story, click the link and you will see it. Now, they went ahead to investigate Chidinma Adeshina and found out that her mother committed identity fraud. Now, the latest update now is, according to African Zone, I saw on Twitter, it says Chidinma Onwe Adeshina and her mother's South African IDs and travel documents have been cancelled by South Africa over fraud allegations. Her mother was found to have stolen the identity of another person to register Chidinma's birth, according to Home Affairs. This means the victim couldn't receive bursaries, open a bank account, vote, get a driver's license, and receive other benefits of citizenship for 22 years. So, this is a sad story, Mabase. Because if you look at this issue, Chidinma's mother allegedly stole somebody's identity. And it is with that identity that she was able to register Chidinma's birth, and she was able to get all these benefits, thereby denying the person that owns that name precisely from having access to all these benefits as a bona fide citizen of a country. No matter the divide you stand on this case, what is wrong is wrong. What is bad is bad. Now, Chidinma's mom couldn't have done all of these things on her own. I hope when they are conducting the investigation and all the looking through and all of that, they will look at the part that she didn't do all these things on her own. I also talk about the video of Miss Chidinma winning Miss Universe Nigeria up here, how Ben Murray Bruce invited her specially, which I think was trash, in my opinion. All right? There's no favoritism. She's allowed to come back to Nigeria naturalized, but giving her that special treatment, it doesn't speak well. The video is up there. You can still see that. Now, she is in Mexico for Miss World. Is it Miss World? But it's happening in Mexico. And fresh allegations have come out based on the identity of her mother and herself. Now, you read that post and they said they have what? They have revoked all their identities. Now, another group of people have written to the organizers of the pageantry she has gone for now in Mexico. And they are trying to tell them to disqualify her on some grounds. Here is the post. It says Legacy Holdings, AV Suite, FE19 Santa Fe. Those are addresses. I move on. To whom it may concern, contestant Miss Nigeria Universe Chidinma Adeshina. We are truly excited about the upcoming edition of the biggest event in the pageant industry, since a Miss Universe crown is career defining moment for a title holder from different corners of the world. Even though we are excited, we are greatly concerned about Miss Universe Nigeria Chidinma Adeshina, whose mother, Annabella Rungo, has been found guilty of committing identity fraud prior to the participation in Miss Universe Nigeria. A well-known activist, Kwena Molekwa, risked her own life and that of her team working tirelessly to gather the facts regarding the contestant The South African public was shocked with stories of identity fraud, drug dealings, and a variety of other heinous crimes connected with the mentioned contestant and her family. The Department of Home Affairs in South Africa was prompted to launch an investigation after the South African public outcry when it was suspected that the mentioned contestant may have obtained her South African identity in a fraudulent manner. Overwhelming evidence was shared on social media, especially X, which is Twitter, where it was proven beyond doubt that Annabella Rungo stole the identity of South African child, where the impact of identity theft had devastating consequences. This is so tiny, sorry. The Nigerian embassy granted the mentioned contestant a diplomatic passport, which ensured a swift escape for herself and her mother, granting her the opportunity to be a contestant in the Miss Universe Nigeria. There was backlash from an overwhelming number of South Africans condemning the Nigerian government for hosting a citizen who has been found guilty of hosting people who committed crimes in South Africa, bringing Nigeria into disrepute. Yesterday, on 29th of October 2024, Home Affairs cancelled the identities of Annabella Rungo and Chidinma Adeshina by court order. As progressive forces in South Africa of South Africa, we are writing this letter on behalf of everyone who stands for justice to plead with you, Miss Universe, as an organization to reconsider the contestant Miss Nigeria Universe and, if possible, to cancel her entry. Miss Universe is a known brand of class, integrity, and fair competition. Miss Universe is known for granting a good platform to women from all walks of life to make a positive contribution to society while being the golden key to unlocking endless possibility. We would have to see the pageant losing its good image due to a citizen. Not only did this contestant bring her own country into disrepute, but her participating in the iconic pageantry would also bring Africa into disrepute. Throughout this, the contestant and her mother, that's the end of it. Finish. So, meanwhile, this thing is very tiny. Don't blame me. I'm struggling to read from this thing. It's very tiny. The message of this particular letter is saying that they should disqualify Chidinma from contesting for Miss Universe representing Nigeria. I said in my video that time I used to speak plenty English. I said we don't have a business bringing in Chidinma and telling her to come and contest for Miss Universe on a platter of gold. If we pay attention to our PR as Nigeria and Nigerians, we should not encourage this thing to say if we have openly known that this girl's mother committed identity fraud and we now take them in and say, hey, come back, oh, no, oh, it's okay. It means that that's what all Nigerians stand for. And that is not what all Nigerians stand for. Nigerians have integrity. Nigerians have credibility. Nigerians are sincere. Some are otherwise. Now, these people have gone ahead to write this letter saying that Miss Universe should not put your hand inside Poto, allowing Chidinma to contest. Now, I'm seeing this thing in a two-way. I want to play devil's advocate. I don't have any personal vendetta against Chidinma. She's a Nigerian. She's an Igbo girl. I don't have any personal vendetta. Was she the one that committed the crime of identity fraud? No. Did she know anything at that time? No. I think they should take this fight directly to the mother and leave the child out of it. Because she don't know what happened. She just woke up one day and found herself in South Africa and they gave her this name and she has this identity and she has known herself to be a South African. And as she has grown, and you people now say she's not a South African, that she should go and look for identity. She now came to Nigeria, which I'm not in support of her coming and winning the Miss Universe. I will say that. Nigerians have bashed me. Some say I'm saying okay, I don't care. She had no business winning it, at least for now. Now, but I think this crime should be paid for by her mother. And the country, my country, Nigeria, should not be supporting things like this. I don't know if Miss Universe is going to respond to something like this or take it into consideration to look at it. But look at the damning effect if she eventually wins. But I still maintain, did she commit the crime? No. Did her mother commit the crime? Yes. Her mother did not commit the crime on her own. Her mother committed the crime with some South Africans in on it. They should arraign all of them together. They can come to Nigeria and have an extradition from here to here. But is it worth it? Just leave them, let them go. Ban them not to ever enter South Africa again. I think that's the worst that can happen. But do I like the fact that she's getting a brush off for all of these things? No. But did she commit the crime? No, she didn't. So I also think that this continuous hate on Chidinma is what is even propelling her to even get more sympathy, to get more love and like from outside. But it's a very dicey situation. I know South Africans are hurt because a lot of Nigerians have done so many things to them, but not all Nigerians. If you see that video, I explained it very well. Not all Nigerians are bad. I have stayed in South Africa very well, not once, not twice, not three times, not four. We live very well as people, but we have bad Nigerians that go here and spoil things. But that doesn't mean that all Nigerians are like that. On a side note, to make this video not too serious, because me, I'm about the funny part of things. Kunjani, how are you, my people, my South African people? It's been a long time we have seen you. Let us let bygones be bygones. To be very honest and straight, Chidinma didn't commit this crime. It's just like you sleep and you wake up and you see yourself, you are born in Nigeria. And they tell me I'm a Nigerian. And I'm asking myself sometimes, when did you people tell me I was going to be born in Nigeria? Why didn't you wake me up that I'm supposed to be born in United States of America? That's what happened to Chidinma. Look at her. She only woke up and found herself in South Africa as a South African. That's what they've been telling her. She hardly had to grow up and found out in a rude way that she's not a South African. That her identity was tied towards fraud. If you look at it objectively, she is not to be blamed, as she was only a child, a baby, when all these things happened. Who is to be blamed? It's her mother. Is her mother a Nigerian? No. Is her father a Nigerian? Oh, yes. So we have good ties between us. Let's not allow one case to spoil everything. Let us be as friends and good people. What do you think about this case? Do you think Miss Universe should look at this issue and strike her out, or they should allow her contest because it's not her crime? This is my own position. They should allow her contest, but she might not win because it's not her crime. She didn't do the crime, so she can't do the time. But her coming to win the Miss Universe in Nigeria was just, it's like they gave it to her on a platter of gold. And for me, I was more concerned about other girls that are prepared to carry that crown. And she just came from nowhere with her own and swoop it up. That's why I think. My South African people, thank you. What do you think about this? Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe. You know I'm your guy. I'm your fan. I'm your good person. So until next time, thank you. Yeah. I think you have sat down now. I've either entertained you, or I've informed you, or I've just kept you company. Why don't you want to subscribe? This subscription you are holding to yourself, they don't remove $1, they don't remove ₦1 inside. It's just a click, you subscribe. Help my ministry, help me grow. What is it? Are you the weapon fashioned against me? Come on, subscribe. Eh? Thank you very much. Until next time, I remain your sexy boy, Uraufon. Thank you.